It is Monday morning, August 25th, 2025, and the NFL preseason is finally over. So we get to talk real football today. We get to talk about what's going to happen during week one. We get to talk about what happened in the preseason, and we get to talk about all the nonsense. And that's right, I'm saying we, because I'm not alone today. I have a friend to join me to enjoy some cold brews, and we're going to spill some hot takes. Although his brew might be a little hot, his takes might be a little cold. But you know what? Let's get into the show. Let's start this thing. Let's go.
You're watching Cold Brews and Hot Takes, only on Fantasy Now Plus.
What is going on today, football fans? Listen, that sounded kind of corny, but that's okay. That's the kind of show it's going to be today. I hope everyone has their cold brew ready, not iced coffee. Not iced coffee. We have our cold brews ready. How are you doing today, Chris? Or should I call you? Should I call you by your stage name? I'm sorry. I apologize.
It doesn't matter to me. You could call me anything but Mud, and we're all good.
That sounds good to me. So, what kind of cold brew we got over there?
Oh, we have a hot brew, and I am a Navy man, so it's always coffee.
There's always coffee.
I have. This is my third cup, so
yes, we've been. I don't understand the comments, Josh. Backpedaling. I don't know what that means, but hey, I'm here for it. We have a lot of comments in the chat to get to already. So if you have a question for us already regarding anything that happened on the preseason show, the preseason side of things, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, throw it in the chat. We got a bunch we're going to get to. So everybody from Tim, Brian, FF Philosopher, we'll get to you in a second. First things first, though, we have, I guess, the hottest topic of the NFL preseason is the quarterback position as usual. Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, Shuck, right? People want to talk about Shuck, Spencer Rattler, but the main two guys are Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart. And I'm curious to see your outlook on things because I don't think I'm in the popularity of the Shedeur Sanders conversation. I don't think he should start. I'm not really upset by this. How say you? How do you feel about this?
Well, he is who we thought he was, right? What were the big knocks on him as a rookie coming into the draft? Let me talk about him. He does not utilize his athleticism enough to escape the pocket quickly and avoid pressure. Needs to limit pocket drifting when sensing pressure and move up. Improving route anticipation tends to be what he does. He doesn't throw the ball before the break. That is exactly what he did in that last preseason game. He was leaving the pocket clean. He seemingly can't find his check down wide receiver, and when he does, it's usually too late. They had a empty backfield, and he should have went for the check down on a stop route for the running back. All four wide receivers were man-to-man coverage. So why didn't he do that? That's why he was drafted where he was drafted. 50 picks after Dylan Gabriel. So I'm with you on there. I believe that he's not a starter in the NFL just yet.
Not just yet. So his preseason wrapped up with 14 completions, 23 attempts, 138 yards on his first debut, 2 touchdowns, looked awesome, right? It was like, it gave me Justin Fields vibes where, wow, this looks slow for him. And then he sat out second game because of an injury to the oblique. Then this weekend, not so great. 3 completions, 6 attempts, 14 yards, sacked 5 times, fumbled. People are going nuts. I've been reading, everything you broke down is perfect, but I'm going to get into the simplification of this whole process here. We all want him to succeed because of his name and because we saw him in college and because of his presence, right? We want
nepotism.
People want him.
Is real.
I don't want to be that. Yes, it's real. People, but people want him to succeed so bad. Let's get down to the bare bones of the situation. He's a 5th round draft pick. 5th round. The NFL told you what they thought of him. The scoutings of all these teams told you what they thought of him. We, as people, viewers, we think we know more than these scouts. We don't. brother. We don't. In the NFL today, in the NFL right now, starting September, I don't know the date, but September 3rd is the Wednesday I fly out to Vegas. So September 4th is the opening week.
Mhm.
Every starter but 5 are first round picks in the NFL. The NFL is a first round quarterback driven league. The only quarterback's not a first round pick starting for this season is Tyler Shuck, we assume, or Spencer Rattler. One of those. Dak, 4th round. Purdy, 7th round. Geno, 2nd round. Everybody else is a first round pick. You are what you are. Yes,
Some of these guys are 101s. You know, Jared Goff, people forget, but he was the 101. I know he gets a lot of Goff gets a lot of guff, but he was the guy was still the number 1 draft pick overall. So was Matthew Stafford. You know, these guys in the first round are going to get their chance. These guys in the second and third round are going to get their chance eventually.
You would hope so.
Shadur Sanders being relevant anytime soon, unless it's a deal that everybody is just out on with the MASH unit, and he gets a start, and that's it. You know, he doesn't play well unless there's pressure. It's really odd, and I think what Stefanski did was very, very smart. Their last impression of Shadur Sanders was him flopping. They took him out in the 2-minute drill. So nobody's last impression of him was, oh man, but what if? But what if he went down there and rallied and had a touchdown? Then there's questions, right? There's questions all season long. Well, he did this. He did this. Well, now everybody's lasting impression from the preseason is he went 50%. He gained 15 yards. He fumbled, and he had 5 sacks. So what Stefanski did might have been a little dirty, but he wasn't coach of the year 2 years ago for nothing.
Good point. I think he covered his ace on this one. I do believe, you're right. What if he did come back and he did drive and he led the 2-minute offense and he looked good? Then Stefanski would have to be answering questions about a 5th round quarterback. He doesn't want to do that in week 1. He wants to talk about week 1. He wants to talk about his matchup. He doesn't want to talk about a 5th round pick. What other coach is talking about their 5th round pick on August 25th? Nobody.
No one is doing that. It's silly and it's tiresome, and you can already tell that. You look on his face when they say his name, and I almost feel the eye roll that he wants to give. He's like, Flacco's our starter. Let's talk about Flacco. I mean,
first round pick,
point blank.
Flacco.
Yeah, first round pick. Lombardi Trophy winner. MVP of the Super Bowl, Flacco.
All right, well, now we're going too far.
20 years ago.
Everything you said is true, Rico, from Napoleon Dynamite. But I will say he is a first.
He can throw it over the mountains, baby.
Just give him one shot, baby. Just give him one shot. All right, let's go into a guy who has impressed, I believe, the majority of us this preseason. That's Jackson Dart. He has looked super awesome. 32 attempts, or 32 completions, 47 attempts, 372 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions over the preseason with a passer rating of 113. Show some wheels as well. Rushed for 52 yards on the ground and a touchdown. So that being said, we do have somewhat of a deserved quarterback controversy with the New York Giants system over there. You have Russell Wilson ahead of him. You have Jameis Winston possibly ahead of him, and then Jackson Dart. So how do you see this situation panning out in the season? When do we see him? Do we see him?
I think you have to see him. They're going to be forced to make a quarterback change. Russell Wilson's going to win 4 games, and then they're going to say, well, we drafted this guy in the what round? The first round. Let's give him a chance. You know what I mean? He's the face of the franchise for the next 2 to 3 years, probably. He's already shown that he's better than Anthony Richardson. What got me was when he went out on that scramble that Dabble told him to slide, and he's like, no, I'm going to do this the hard-headed way, the not so feel-good way. He probably felt that the next day, but when he was in the blue tent, he's like, come on, I want to get back out there. That showed a lot to me. He wants to compete. You see a guy that has the dog in him. He wants to be out there. This is a preseason game. What are we doing here? This is a preseason game. And he wants to get back out there with his teammates, finish that drive. He was PO'd. I try not to swear. So he was PO'd at himself for fumbling the ball. Let me get back out there. Let me show my teammates that I can do this. That to me was better than all his stats this whole preseason.
Yes, his poise, everything that he has to deal with, and plus he's in New York. People forget that. I feel like the New York media, maybe I don't watch as much Sports Center as I used to. Matter of fact, I watch 0% of Sports Center since I got older. But like the New York media crushes these kids, crushes these people. I always go back to the Yankees. Nobody wants to go to the Yankees, or I guess some people don't want to go to the Yankees because the pressure. I live in Tampa Bay. I watched all these players leave Tampa to go to Boston or New York, and they failed there. All of them.
Same thing with Miami and Detroit. The Marlins, we steal all these guys, and then but we did get Miguel Cabrera. So
so like the media pressure is not even getting to him yet, which is crazy to me. So I'm in the Jackson Dart. I think, and people aren't going to like this, I think that for a successful season, Jackson Dart doesn't play. I think if everything goes right for this young man, he doesn't play till about week 16, 17, 18, like Michael Penix. Keep Russell Wilson in there. Let Russell Wilson get hit. Let Russell Wilson go through the pain. Let Russell Wilson take the brunt of everything. And then let Jackson Dart later in the season become the hero, like Michael Penix did, right? If Michael Penix went in there early for Kirk and he struggled, what would that have done for Michael Penix? It would have crushed him. It would have crushed everything. And then they would have gone. It would have been Tua all over again. I go back to Tua because I think Brian Flores did him so wrong with Fitzpatrick. Oh no, we're bringing Tua now. Fitzpatrick, Tua. If they would have done that with Penix, it would have been a disaster. I don't want to see them do that with Dart. Oh, we start Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson struggles for 4 games. All right, we'll go to Jameis for a game. Jameis sucks. Okay, we'll go to Dart. If Dart struggles, what are they going to do? Keep him in there, let him get beat up?
If you look at the Giants' bye week, their bye week is week 14. Perfect, right? Perfect. You play the last 4 games, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And he can do exactly what you're saying. They can throw Jameis in there to throw some touchdowns, throw some interceptions in between the transition of Russell Wilson to Jackson Dart. And it's perfect. Normally you and I don't align much, but today I am absolutely, I'm with you 100%. I believe that that's exactly their thought. Their thought is Russell Wilson's here for a year. Let's get him out there. He can teach Jackson how to be a professional because let's be honest, Russell Wilson, the same thing happened to him, right? They transitioned to him his rookie year after that big giant Matt Flynn contract. And he took over. But he can teach Jackson how to be a professional, how to deal with the media, because it is a huge market there in New York. And he's got the personality for it. He does have the Joe Burrow personality, which I really like about Jackson Dart. Like I said, getting in the tent, like, come on, guys, let's go. And him being a Week 15 starter would be zero surprise to me. I bet they, unless they have to push him out there, due to injury. I bet that is exactly what they do after the Week 14 bye.
Yeah, and let's not discount Jameis. Jameis is a very smart person behind the scenes. I know he acts goofy and all this stuff. That's all a persona. I would say his football mind is up there with some of the best in the NFL today. And he doesn't, he's just a goofball. People don't understand how smart this kid is, or this guy is. He's not a kid anymore. This person is. And he could help guide Jackson Dart. He's been through the struggles. He's been ups. He's been downs. He's been a starter. He's been a first-round pick. He's been a first. Wait, was he first overall to Tampa, or did Mariota go first? I think Jameis went first. I forgot.
I don't remember. But he was a high pick. He was a high pick right there, in for Tampa. That's where that's your market right there.
Yeah,
those are all your guys. But you're right. He is. I feel like he's gonna be the next Ryan Fitzpatrick. He goes to places and he lights the world on fire for fantasy. He's a bridge quarterback, but like you said, he's not dumb by no stretch of the imagination. He knows how to win games, and he also believes in himself maybe a little too much. And that's where the interceptions come in. But he's great. Like he's great for football. He's a good person. He's a good human. And in a league that doesn't always have great humans, he's a great human.
He's a person who got in trouble early in his career for some very bad things, I would say, but he's learned from that. He's grown from it, and he's become a better person. Yes, overall. And my point was, yes, another person to learn from other than Russell Wilson. So he has two teachers. We're going to get some comments in the chat. We got some of you guys. We're going to answer some of those first, but first we got to take care of some business at hand. So first, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. We're here every single Monday morning, 9 a.m., Cold Brews and Hot Takes. We are live every single day of the week here on FTSN and Fantasy Now Plus. Monday morning, Tuesday afternoon at noon, Wednesday nights at 8, Thursdays don't know yet, and Fridays are up in the air as well because your boy might be seen on Fridays. And Saturdays, Dynasty in 30 at 4 o'clock. That's a lot. If you want to see our whole rundown show schedule, fantasynowplus.com, or check us out on Blue Sky, Fantasy Now Plus. Chris, you are on Blue Sky, correct? Where can we find you?
I am FF LaPudge _ at fantasynowplus.com over there on Blue Sky. I'm also on X, but it's just the same thing, FF Pudge.
I am not. I am on Blue Sky, but I'm not there. You'll never see me there until we hire myself a social media manager. But if you do want to find me, it's chat.fantasynowplus.com is our Discord. You have instant access to me, Pudge, Justin, Topher, anyone you want to talk to about fantasy football. We are there, chat.fantasynowplus.com. That is our Discord. We want to thank Finn's Talk Sports Network for allowing us to stream on their site as well, or their pages, their channel as well. Go ahead and give them a follow. Finn's Talk Sports Network. Great guys over there. Bobby Melendez, the final boss, is what I call him. I host a wrestling show with him on Saturdays, No Hold Bards, over there on Finn's Talk Sports Network, Saturday, 8 p.m. And one last time, fantasynowplus.com for all your rankings to get you ready for week 1. All right, Chris, let's get into the real actual fantasy football conversations because we have some comments in the chat, and I want to get some of your opinions on this. From Tim, any names you think could be surprise camp cuts? That's the first question. I think someone from the Patriots receiving core will be cut and picked up elsewhere. How say you, Chris?
Well, I know the guys down there at Finn's World. Miami loves themselves some Tyreek Hill, but I think Mike McDaniel has had enough. I think it might be a camp cut.
No,
if not, they'll be trading him.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that Malik Washington has done more than enough this preseason to shoulder that. They've got Jalen Waddle already, who is already a top 10 wide receiver. They brought in, I'm not going to even say Darren Waller, but whatever. He's just a guy to me, but he's activated off the PUP list. They have enough guys there that can catch the ball. I think that he's really going to get traded this week to a team that is ready to make the next step and may need a wide receiver, a downfield threat. But I think not a camp cut, but I think week one, he might not, probably not going to play for the Miami Dolphins. Did you see the interview with McDaniel?
No, not yet. Been a little busy with some personal things over the weekend and all that fun stuff. But I will say this. I've on this very show, and to all my close friends and to everybody that I can tell, I've been telling everybody Tyreek's going to get traded this season, and I've already been throwing out trade partners. I've been putting on my Madden cap. I know Madden came out. I don't play Madden, but if I played Madden, this is what I would do because it makes sense for both teams. There's a wide receiver that's very unhappy in Washington. There's a wide receiver that's not getting along with their quarterback in Miami. Let's swap them, baby. Let's send Tyreek over there with
different conferences too, so it works.
I think that'd be fun. I'm not a Terry McLaurin fan, but I would say this. They don't. You know what? Screw it. I don't want Terry back. I don't want him back. Just throw Tyreek over to Washington. Tell Terry. This is just more of a business sense. Listen, buddy, you've been semi-average your entire career. Was it because of the quarterback play? Possibly. You had one good, awesome season. Great. We're just going to bring in Tyreek, have fun, kick rocks, sign our contract, play or not. That's how I would handle it if I was Washington. I don't think I'm going to extend that guy. But that being said, I would like to see him, Tyreek, that being said, in Washington. There's a couple other places I would like to see him go. Have you thought of anything or any places that you would like to see him go?
Well, first of all, I empathize with McLaurin because Deebo Samuel is getting paid more than him on the same team.
Yeah.
So I get it. But he's a pro. Yeah. I'm Andrew Hall, one of my friends, Andrew Hall. I call him a friend. He writes for and he covers the Bengals. And he said it this way. He said, Trey Hendrickson is under contract. He was given a contract that he signed. He needs to play for it. I get it. Holding out doesn't do these guys any good justice. It really doesn't. In the long run, I don't think I've seen anyone produce after these long holdouts. But that being said, Terry McLaurin to New Orleans would be decent alongside of Olave. You know, they played together. Yes, they did play together over at Ohio State. Let's say he'd be great up there with Green Bay. Throw him, Matthew Golden, and then Jaden Reed. That'd be a good pairing.
Can I interest you in this?
Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee could use wide receiver help.
Can I entertain you?
Go ahead.
I already got the spot, and it's gonna happen. This is
Miami.
Tyree. No, I'm talking. We're back on. We're on Terry McLaurin. My bad. I'll still thinking about Tyreek Hill.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
I was talking about Scary Terry.
No, we're good. You're talking about Terry. I'm talking about Tyreek. I think we transitioned from Tyreek to Terry, and I didn't keep up, guys. It's early. Like, it's only my second cup of cold brew, bro. Like, I got to drink a whole 48 ouncer a day. Like, that's my toxic. People go, oh, don't go to Starbucks and spend $8 on a drink. Homie, I go to Publix and spend $8 on one of these things, these giant things, and I drink the whole thing every day. So I don't know, whatever.
And that's just one cup. That's just one.
But Terry McLaurin, yes, everything that you said are good fits. But back to Tyreek Hill real quick.
Okay.
Denver. How fun would that be? He gets to get back in Kansas City. He's with Bo Nix. He's with Sean Payton.
Yeah, it would.
Him and Cortland Sutton that would be so much fun. But they're in conference. I don't know if they would do that. That to me is probably my favorite landing spot for Tyreek Hill if he has moved in the
49ers
or in the preseason. 49ers would be fun too. Yes.
49ers, him, Slick Rick over there, Ayuk, just Ayuk is the afterthought now. And he's best out of the slot anyway. Him, George Kittle, Tyreek, and Slick Rick. Oh, man. No, Justin. He's not going back to Kansas City. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, get out of here with that. Nobody wants that. That would be unfun. All right, next question in the chat. Brian, what's the likelihood of the Carolina Panthers offense actually being real this year? Feels like I know too many of the offensive pieces for it to be bad. Did I read that wrong? Listen. I want Carolina to be good too. I want them to break out. I want them to be good. Was Bryce Young a breakout last year, Chris?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you. Why did people think that? Why? What happened?
Why did people think that? Because
people think he got
after
better?
After his benching, he became average.
Thank you. Why are we the same person today?
To me, after his benching, he became average. Now, Ted McMillan, Jatavian Sanders, yes. And they already have Adam Thielen over there. Great, but they still got Chuba Hubbard rubbing the ball. They still got the same offense out there. Their defense is still trash. So maybe their offense is going to be better, but it is not going to be top 12, top 15.
So I kept on reading all of the Bryce Young really improved after his benching. Bryce Young improving. Just because you improve from 0 to 0.2 doesn't mean it's good. Like if you go up one, it's not that good. In week 13 against Tampa, he scored 23.6 points last year. He completed 56% of his passes. He had one passing touchdown. He had 298 yards. Oh, he scored 23.6 against Tampa. That's his first ever 20-point game that year. I didn't go to his rookie year to see. I doubt he scored any 20-point games his rookie season, but that was his first one. I'm like, oh, okay. Wait, I forgot last year, during the waiver show last year with Justin, what I say every year, pick up the player playing the Bucs because their secondary is trash. Okay. The Bucs gave up 24.5 points per game to the quarterback position last year. Bryce Young was still below average against the Buccaneers. That's his big breakout game from last year. He only had 2 games last year inside the top 12. I don't understand it. Yes, they added Tet. Leggett is Leggett. I have zero opinion on him. Coker is a cute name that people want to work out, but it's not going to work out. Hunter Renfrow was the summer love we had at band camp that 1 year. It's never going to happen again.
Surprising cut right there. Yeah.
Adam Thielen is one step closer to the grave. There's nothing there that excites me but Tet and Chuba. That's it.
I like Sanders. I do. He's uber athletic.
I know. I watched that show. I said I can't buy it unless you're Kittle, unless you're Kelsey, unless you're the top 6. I don't care. That's just my rules of tight ends. So it's hard for me to get on these guys that have been in the league so long and to go, this is their year. It never is. So I hope he is.
He's a sophomore, but
I know.
But I know, and I'm saying Jatavian Sanders he's undrafted. You could it's a late last round pick. I don't carry 2 tight ends in 1 tight end leagues, but I stream.
So the biggest things for me, I looked this up because I didn't know. I had no idea. They did improve their offensive line. They signed Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt to fill out the guard positions. They needed that. Allegedly, this I'm not going to even try to pronounce this guy's name, but Nkwonu, I tried to pronounce it. He's really struggling at their left tackle. He needs to improve to actually keep Bryce Young up. And if Bryce Young can grow maybe about 3 to 4 inches, I'd feel more confident. And that's a real thing. And no, it is a real thing. Like, I don't like smaller quarterbacks. I don't like it when my quarterback says I can hardly see over the offensive line.
Kyler has that problem. He has most bad balls. It's terrible.
It's terrible. And I love Kyler. And again, I'm moving away from Kyler more and more because of that situation. So the Panthers rebound or be better? Of course they will. But how better will they be for them to be fantasy relevant? I don't think this is the year.
No.
We'll see. This is an interesting one. With Malik Neighbors, this is from FF Philosopher. With Malik Neighbors already dealing with a nagging injury, get used to that, kids. It's going to happen his whole career. Would any New York Giants have legitimate value if he misses time?
Yes.
Who?
Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, he had 140 targets last year. It's the exact same offense. You know that Russell Wilson's going to check the ball down. He's going to be throwing those shallow crossers, slant routes out of the slot. I'd say he's going to have another good year, and he's going in round like 16 in drafts. So I'd say that he is definitely one of the guys. Also, another one of my deep sleepers is Theo Johnson. I think Theo Johnson will have a better sophomore year if Neighbors is out. If Neighbors is in, there's no reason to throw it to anybody else in the red zone.
I leave out, in case you're new to the show, in case, Chris, you're new to my show or new to my thinking, I don't count week 18 ever, because neither does our fantasy football leagues. I saw that. FF Philosopher, I saw it. I leave week 18 out of everything when it comes to fantasy. It doesn't mean anything to me. If I can't go back to my league and go, ooh, what did my player do for me week 18? I don't count it.
Well, not just that. So 3 out of those 6 games, he was average. And I don't want average on my team. I want to swing for the fences. If I don't have Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, one of those running quarterbacks, Joe Burrows, or I said Burrows, Joe Burrow. Those are average quarterbacks after those guys. Like they don't move the needle for me. They don't win me a game. They don't lose me a game with 0 points, but I don't want mediocre. I want guys that are going to boom for that week. So he's not going to be my quarterback 1, that's for sure.
Well, of course, Bryce Young's not going to be anyone's quarterback 1, thankfully, hopefully. But I do see a world where he does improve, but I want to see more of that. And I understand why people want to bring up week 18 because it counts in the NFL, right? You can't talk about Michael Penix without talking week 18, right? We can't. So it's unfair to leave this out for Bryce Young. I get it. I understand my fault, but I've standed on this ground since the OUS days, since I've been doing this for the past 5 years over there as well. I don't count week 18 for anything. I don't look at it. As soon as I do my, you go to Fantasy Pros and go to leaderboard, I always filter out week 18. And before they went to 18 games, I always filter out week 17 because it doesn't matter. Why are we looking at it? If you did, by the way, I'm a Trey McBride over Brock Bowers guy. If you did go all the way to week 18, McBride had more fantasy points per game by 0.1. If you filter out week 18, Bowers had more fantasy points per game by 0.1. So if I wanted to use my Trey McBride is better than Bowers, I would use week 18, but I'm not a fraud, so I don't do that. But be that as it may, that's why I don't count week 18. Hey, man, Wan'Dale Robinson can catch 85 balls for 300 yards. That's 85 points, brother. I'm here for it.
PPR, baby. PPR. And all of our leagues are either half PPR or full PPR, let's be honest.
Yes.
I'm not in too many standard leagues anymore.
And the big thing, I don't know if you brought this up, you probably did, the difference in quarterback play. Russell Wilson went to Denver and kind of rejuvenated that receiving core. Cortland Sutton is now looked at as a good fantasy football option, whereas before Russell Wilson, he was kind of struggling. What was going on? Yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. Now we're drafting Cortland Sutton as a wide receiver 1 or 2, and because Russell Wilson made him relevant or made him more consistent. So I think Russell Wilson could do that with Slayton or Wan'Dale. Man, I miss Daniel Bellinger. Daniel Bellinger was my Sanders. I love Daniel Bellinger. I wanted him to be a thing so bad. It just didn't work out. One last thing I do want to get through, and I know we were going to talk Ollie Gordon, but we are running a little late here on the show. So we're just going to speed run this real quick. We were going to go through Ollie Gordon and his progressions because we are on the Finns Talk Sports Network as well, but I want to lead this off to you. we didn't talk about this pre-show, so I apologize. Running backs that are getting the second role out of camp, out of preseason. This is important to know. Is it Blake Corum? Is it Jaquez Hunter? Is it Ollie Gordon? Is it Jalen Wright? What running backs that we might not, don't name Charbonnet, don't name Isaiah Ray Davis, don't name the known, don't name the known. What are some backup running backs that we should be paying attention to leading into our drafts? Because next week is the biggest draft weekend of all time, right? We're all drafting next weekend.
No, that was this weekend.
Are you serious? People are drafting this? I drafted one this weekend. I have all my drafts next weekend. I drafted one.
That was really? This past weekend is the biggest draft weekend. Yeah.
Son of a, you slackers. All these people probably drafted all their stupid rookie drafts like before the NFL. Are you one of those people who drafted a rookie draft before the NFL draft?
No, I'm not. I'm a maniac, but I'm not that kind of maniac. Like, right. I am sick in the head with fantasy, but not that sick. No, those are called Debbie. Those are called Debbie mix at that time.
Well, for people like me who draft 1 week or 1 weekend before the season, who are some running backs we need to work out? Who are some handcuffs we should probably pay attention to that we think that, we are not thinking about?
You got Devin Neal over there in New Orleans. I'm sorry. He's for the Browns. No, not Bill Krosky. Get out of here with that. Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is a awesome deal right now in drafts. Him as well as Chris Rodriguez. Those guys are going to be the 1-2 punch. Nobody knows who's going to go 1 or 2 yet. So take your pick. Backup running backs, man. We talked about a lot of them. Just staying with Washington. It looks like Brian Robinson is going to be the backup to CMC. I was wrong on Saturday. Shanahan came out and said that he will be backing up CMC, so he'll be a steal in drafts where you can get him. He fell quite far. Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason is a huge deal in drafts, and I think he's going to be the number 1, not number 2 back. Trey Benson. He'll have some standalone value. And if you're going for a shot in the dark, Kamini Vidal over there with the LA Chargers. I think he's going to back up to Hampton. If you look at Hampton, he'll be in a split backfield. We can go all the way back to 2011 with Frank Gore. The offensive coordinator there has never produced a wide running back 1 overall. So that's food for thought. Frank Gore's top was running back 8. So, and that was in PPR formats. The other one that broke into running back 1 status was LaShawn McCoy and Mark Ingram. Those are the 3 running backs that have ever broken the running back 1 status and never been running back 1 overall. So Kamini Vidal, if Najee Harris is going to miss time, is going to be on the field. Grab him.
Smart. Okay, one last thing before we do close up shop here. Look, we have a lot of programming from now until the NFL season kicks off. But what we'll be talking about Monday, or what am I going to be talking about Monday morning when I'm in Las Vegas for week 1 of the NFL? By the way, if you're in Vegas and you see me, come say hi. I'll be at the Sahara in the pool area for the NFL week 1. If you're there, say what's up. Dirtbag Dave's going to be there from OUS fame. Say hi to him as well if you'd like. What am I going to be talking about? What's the biggest surprise going to be coming into week 1? What's your guess? Because I have one. I want to hear yours first.
Your biggest shock week 1 will be Marvin Harrison is wide receiver 1 on the week.
Marvin Harrison is wide receiver 1 on the week. That's what you're going with. All right, I dig that. I love that. Mine's more of a general consensus. I think all these rookie running backs we're drafting super high. That includes Hampton. That includes Henderson. That includes Harvey.
Mhm.
One of these guys will get 1 or 0 carries, and we won't know what's going on, and we're all going to complain about it. And I think it's going to be Hampton.
Happens every year. Happens every single year.
Yep.
And mine will be Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is not going to get the run that everybody thinks he's going to get.
He's off my board. I'm glad you said that. He's off my board. You got Arthur Smith working against him. You got the depth they already have in the running back room working against them. They have Aaron Rodgers, who I love and adore, to the moon and back, working against them. Caleb Johnson has the toughest uphill battle to become a starting running back this season. For sure.
Yeah,
so I'm glad we're on the same page there. I don't think anyone's expecting. Where's Caleb going right now? ADP. I just did one draft this weekend and he got drafted pretty low, pretty late. I'm on Fantasy Pros. I don't see him. Wow, he did fall a little bit. Running back 28, 76 overall per Fantasy Pros.
That's still too high for me.
He's going above Jalen Warren. Can I just say this one last thing before we
Draft
do?
starting
Gordon Sampson are both.
Go ahead.
We all wanted Jalen Warren to be a thing until Jalen Warren's a thing and he's a starter, and now he's being drafted below Caleb Johnson. What do we want, fantasy people? What do we want? We want something, and when we get it, we don't want it. We can't make you people happy. I don't understand it. Jalen Warren was like, we got to unload him. We got to unload him. He's unloaded. Now he's being drafted. Running back 30, 86 overall, behind Caleb Johnson. What is happening? What?
You're not wrong. And then there is one more. And Justin Bowerly, close your ears. It's going to be DJ Giddens. DJ Giddens for the Indianapolis Colts when Jonathan Taylor Thomas misses because of a high ankle sprain in week 4. Go grab him too. Yeah,
he should be drafted.
And he is a rookie. So
yeah, if you draft Jonathan Taylor, you should be drafting DJ Giddens as well. Well, that's gonna do it for the show. Thank you so much for joining me today on Cold Brews and Hot Takes. You're welcome anytime. Seriously, so anytime you want to join, just let me know. And that goes out to anyone on the staff, by the way. Anyone on the staff. Look how much fun we're having over here. Chris has not stopped smiling since. Right?
I mean, it's been good. My cheeks hurt.
Usually it's the opposite way. Usually I give people the frowny face, but it's okay. It's been a fun show. Make sure you follow us everywhere. FantasyNowPlus.com. Go to our Blue Sky Fantasy Now Plus. Go to your Blue Sky. Chris, you want to plug that one more time?
That's FF LePudge at Blue Sky, or no, at FantasyNowPlus.com on Blue Sky.
That's right. If you want to find me on Blue Sky, I am there. Like I said, the joke is getting old, but I'm going to say it all season, but I'm not really there. So go to the Discord, chat.fantasynowplus.com. Even in the Discord, I'll give you my phone number like I gave Chris because I'm just a slacker, brother. Fins Talk Sports Network, thank you so much for streaming us as well. Bobby Melendez and the crew over there. Love you guys. Go ahead and follow them, Fins Talk Sports Network on X, Blue Sky as well. Fantasy Now Plus everywhere, TikTok, Instagram. Until next week, guys, we're going to get on out of here. I don't know if Justin's going to do this for me, so I'm just going to let it be. Peace out, guys.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.